Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Let's talk about something that's been buzzing around the NFL circles lately, especially among the passionate Commanders fans. You probably heard the rumors, the whispers, the speculation, right? But this time, it's not just idle talk. It's serious enough that a major outlet like The Athletic has proposed a potential trade package that could send none other than Terry Mclaurin, one of the brightest stars in Washington's offense, to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes, you heard that right. A trade involving Mclaurin, a guy who's been the heart and soul of the Commanders' passing game for years now, and the Steelers, a franchise known for their gritty, steel-hard football. This kind of speculation isn't unusual during the offseason, especially with a team like Washington, which has been trying to rebuild and find the right pieces to elevate their offense to the next level. But it's the magnitude of this particular rumor that really gets fans talking. Imagine Mclaurin, who's been a reliable, explosive receiver since he entered the league, wearing the black and gold of the Steelers. That's a scenario packed with both excitement and questions. How would he fit into Mike Tomlin's offensive scheme? Would he thrive alongside Kenny Pickett? Could he bring that extra dimension to a Steelers offense that's been looking for consistency at the wide receiver position? Let's take a closer look at Mclaurin himself. Since joining Washington, he's been a model of consistency, a true game changer when healthy. His ability to create separation, make contested catches, and rack up yards after catch makes him one of the more dangerous receivers in the league. His speed and route running skills allow him to break free from defenders, giving quarterback Sam Howell or whoever lines up under center a dependable target. That kind of reliability is rare in today's NFL, where the game is increasingly centered on explosive plays and big yardage. Mclaurin has proven time and again that he can deliver under pressure, and he's become a fan favorite not only because of his talent, but also because of his work ethic and leadership on and off the field. Now, if we think about the Steelers, they've been searching for that consistent, game-changing receiver to complement their core offense. Yes, they have players like George Pickens and Deontay Johnson, but adding a veteran like Mclaurin could significantly elevate the attack. His ability to stretch the field and make those clutch receptions could be exactly what Pittsburgh needs to push them over the top. Imagine Kenny Pickett with a receiver who can make contested catches in tight coverage, who can turn a 5-yard route into a 20-yard gain just because of his yards after catch ability. That's a game changer. And of course, the Steelers' offensive line and running game would benefit from having such a reliable target, opening up more options for their play calling. But of course, nothing in the NFL is ever simple. The idea of trading Mclaurin raises a lot of questions. For starters, what would Washington get in return? The Athletic suggested that the Steelers might offer a package involving players and draft picks. That's typical in these negotiations, teams looking to balance their roster needs with future assets. The Commanders, who are in a bit of a rebuild mode, might see the value in drafting a young player or acquiring additional draft capital, especially if they believe they can develop other receivers or find a replacement in the draft. On the other hand, losing Mclaurin would be a significant blow to Washington's offense. He's been a primary weapon, and his chemistry with the quarterbacks has been crucial in their offensive schemes. His presence on the field commands respect from defenses, which opens up opportunities for other receivers and tight ends. Without him, the Commanders would need to find new ways to generate offense and develop chemistry with whoever replaces him. And let's not forget the emotional and leadership impact. Mclaurin isn't just a talented player, he's a leader in the locker room. His work ethic and professionalism set a standard for the younger guys and the entire team. Trading him could send ripples through the organization, affecting team chemistry and morale. That's a factor that coaches and front offices have to weigh heavily when considering such a move. Now, what about the potential impact on the division? The NFC East is a fiercely competitive division. with teams like the Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants all vying for supremacy. If Mclaurin heads to the Steelers, it could tilt the balance of power, especially if Washington decides to rebuild around their other young talents or draft new receivers to fill the void. Meanwhile, the Steelers could see their offense become more dynamic and explosive, giving them an edge in close games and playoff scenarios. This kind of move would also set a precedent, showing that even star players like Mclaurin are not untouchable if the right deal comes along. It's a reminder that NFL teams are always looking for ways to improve, even if it means shaking up their roster and making tough decisions. For Washington fans, it's a bittersweet scenario. On one hand, losing Mclaurin would be tough to swallow because of what he's meant to the team. On the other hand, it could be part of a larger rebuilding plan that aims to position the team for sustained success in the coming years. But let's be real, nothing is set in stone yet. These are just discussions, rumors, and speculations, even if they come from reputable sources. The NFL offseason is a time of constant movement, and teams are always exploring options to improve. Washington's front office might be listening, negotiating, or even rejecting offers altogether. It's part of the game. And as fans, we have to stay tuned, because these stories tend to develop quickly, and what seems like a possibility today could become reality tomorrow. Of course, we've seen in the past how trades can reshape teams overnight. Think about how adding a key player or losing one can change the entire outlook of a franchise. The Commanders are at a crossroads now, and decisions like this could define their trajectory for seasons to come. Will they prioritize the present, trying to keep Mclaurin and build around him? Or will they see the potential value in trading him for future assets to accelerate their rebuild? These are the questions that every fan is asking right now. And I know, as diehard Commanders supporters, you're probably feeling a mix of hope and anxiety. Hope that your team makes the right moves, and anxiety about losing a player who's been so vital to your offense. But that's what makes NFL offseason stories so compelling. Every move, every trade, every signing can be the difference between a playoff run and a rebuild. It's a roller coaster, but that's what makes following this league so exciting. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on what this means for the upcoming season. If Mclaurin stays in Washington, it's a huge boost for their offense and a clear message that they're committed to competing. If he moves to Pittsburgh, it could elevate the Steelers and perhaps shift the power in the division. Either way, the ripple effects will be felt across the league, and we'll be here to break down every development as it unfolds. This type of speculation also sparks debates among fans and analysts about player value, team strategies, and future projections. Some might argue that trading Mclaurin makes sense if the return is substantial and aligns with Washington's long-term goals. Others will insist that losing such a talented receiver would set the team back, especially if they're trying to build a young quarterback supporting cast. It's a classic NFL dilemma, short-term gains versus long-term stability. And let's not forget, the NFL is a league where moments of boldness and risk often lead to the greatest rewards. Teams that are willing to shake things up and make daring moves can sometimes find themselves in the Super Bowl. The Commanders and Steelers could be on the verge of such a crossroads. The decision they make in the coming weeks will be scrutinized, debated, and remembered for years to come. So, as we watch this story develop, remember that it's more than just a rumor. It's a reflection of the relentless pursuit of excellence that defines the NFL. It's about making strategic moves to put your team in the best position to win now and in the future. And for the fans, it's about hope, passion, and the thrill of following your team through every twist and turn of this exciting offseason. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think Mclaurin leaving Washington is the right move or a huge mistake? Would you rather see him stay and continue to be the cornerstone of your offense? Or are you excited about the possibility of him making a new impact with the Steelers? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us, and it helps build the community of passionate Commanders fans who love to discuss everything NFL. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates and deep dives, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. We're in this journey together, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for your team. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay passionate, stay loyal, and let's keep the fans' spirit alive.